When you really put yourself through hard situations, you'll be surprised how much you learn. The man I hope to become is the man that isn't afraid to face adversity, that runs towards adversity. Every time I put myself in uncomfortable situations, I don't run away, I don't chicken out. Anytime I get in an uncomfortable situation and I just sit in it and try to maneuver myself out, I learn a lot about myself. If you can just stop running away from adversity, challenges, hardship, and just weather through it, stay calm, think carefully, and act. Sometimes you don't even have to think, you just have to act. That's why it's good to have a plan before you even go into situations. So when you can't trust anything, you can trust the plan. You learn a lot about yourself. I learned a lot about myself yesterday when I didn't get enough sleep and I went to go train legs. Legs are usually the hardest part of my body to train. That's why I put it on Mondays. That's why I train my legs on Mondays, because I know it gets me the right mindset to tackle the whole week. When I'm able to force myself through, I've always had my leg day on Monday. If I'm able to force myself through legs, squats, RDLs, all my heavy lifts on Mondays, then the whole week just becomes a lot easier. And I have to go train legs with little to no sleep, about 5 hours of sleep. I was just feeling off. But I learned a lot about my mind. While I was squatting, even before I trained my legs, early that morning, I switched from my morning routine usually consists of a lot of stretches, because I feel like I'm pretty tight, I need to stretch out. While I switched that morning for push-ups, because I needed something to wake me up. So I did push-ups that morning. I decided to do 50 push-ups, and that was really good. I actually did 2 sets. The first set I did, it wasn't too hard. The second set, while I was doing it, my chest gave out around 30, I think, and I stopped, and I wanted to quit. But I realized that while I was going, it was hurting, but once I stopped, it hurt the most. When you have your hands up here and you're trying to rest, your shoulders are going to be burning, your triceps are going to be so flexed and it's burning so hard. So I was like, stopping is actually harder than pushing through. I only had about 15 or 20 more. So right in that moment, I didn't even think too much. The moment I felt the pain as I rose up, I went back down and I kept on pushing. And that taught me an important lesson, that stopping when you're going through pain, a lot of times this happens in life all the time. Sometimes we get faced in difficult situations and things are getting really hard and we say, oh, we don't know how long this is going to take. I'm going to stop here and turn back. But you have to realize you have no choice. Once you remove the option of you don't have a choice, then you have to keep pushing, because you staying where you are is going to make life a lot harder than moving forward. You probably have 2 more steps to take and you're done. If you go back, you're going to have to walk through all. Think about it. There's this proverb or analogy, I don't know what it's called. You probably might have heard it before. It's about the bulls or buffaloes, that when a storm is coming, I don't know, I think it's through years of evolution, they've had this trait that when they feel a storm coming, most animals run away from the storm. And the thing is that once you run away from the storm, you're going to spend more time in the rain, in the storm, because it's going towards that direction too. So if you're running, you're going to be in it for a very long time. This is the storm coming, this is the animals running away from it. But these bulls or buffaloes or whatever, through years of evolution, they run towards the storm. So as the storm is coming, they run towards it. And they spend less time in it, while other animals spend more time. So that's just a way to understand life. When the storm comes, when things get harder, you're better off facing it. You're going to spend less time through it. I know you might not know how long it might take, but you're better off facing it. If you try to run away from your problems, it's going to keep chasing you, and it's just going to keep hovering over you for however long it takes. You can't run from pain. If there's anything I've learned in this life, is that you can't run away from pain, or your problems. You have to face it. You can only learn from it. If you fail, you've learned. You're going to keep failing until you learn. So doing those push-ups, in a way, reminded me that you can't stop in the middle of pain. You have to just see through. You only get harder when you stop. Try this out. Go do 50 push-ups, go do 100, however much push-ups it takes you to hit failure, do it. And try stopping in the middle of your set. See how painful it is, you just holding yourself up there. You're better off just pushing through. The same thing, once I realized that in the morning, everything got a lot easier for me. I just have to push through this day. That push-up taught me a lesson. All you have to do is just push through today. You're going to feel a lot better. It's going to get a lot easier. When I went to train my legs, the same thing happened while I was doing squats, split squats, all my exercises. Right in the middle, I wanted to stop. I'm going for like 8 reps for my split squats, and I'm like, within 4 or 5, I'm like, fuck, let me put this weight away. I'm done. And I'm like, once I stopped, I was like, no, I'm not done. Like, in a split second, you have to make that decision. If you let it sink in your mind for too long, if you think about it for too long, if your mind is able to persuade you that you're done, you're going to buy into it. But if within that split second, you're able to tackle your mind, you're able to, a lot of times it's good to, a lot of things help me push through. And one of the biggest thing that I always go to when people ask me, how do you push through? Or when I even ask myself, when I really think about it, a lot of times is me not thinking. I don't think about it. When it gets really hard, I just turn my brain off, because I know if I listen to, I trust the process, I trust the plan I had before stepping into whatever I stepped into. Because I know if I think, your mind is the best salesperson. It knows exactly what to tell you to cave in. Once I listen to my mind, I'm going to forward. So I just stop thinking, and I trust whatever process I had, whatever plan I had before walking into it. I just trust it, because I know that in the heat of the moment, my mind, all it's trying to do is to keep me to survive. It doesn't want me to go through pain. But I need that pain. I need to learn from that pain. I need to push myself to become better. My mind does not care about me getting better, getting stronger legs. I don't need stronger legs. I need a stronger mind. I do, but my mind doesn't. My mind is trying to keep me to survive, and pain to my mind associates with, I guess, death. So there's another saying, I've heard it a few times. You probably might have heard it. It goes, I don't know if I'm gonna mess it up. I'm gonna mess it up. Something along, your mind can take more than your body, or your body is more capable of. I'll look it up. One of you probably know this. You're more capable of what? Things along the line of either your mind is more capable of what your body can handle, or your body is. Either ways, you're more capable than what you think. That's what it comes down to. And in that moment, my mind felt like giving up. but my body could still handle it. Once you tell yourself you're tired, you're going to believe you're tired. But if you tell yourself, I'm not tired, you'll be surprised how much strength you have. Doing a set of whatever I was doing, split squats, whatever. The moment I told myself, the moment I realized this, sometimes you forget, you have to keep reminding yourself this. The moment I realized that you're not done, you still have more. And you're able to just turn off your mind. Because the more you have that thought of, oh, I'm tired, oh, my legs are killing me, or I can't do one more, you won't be able to do one more. But if you're able to train your mind to be able to push through without thinking, it's best if you could tell yourself, if you keep reminding yourself, oh, I'm not tired, oh, I'm strong, oh, I can do this, you're going to be able to push through. But if you can't, just turn your brain off, just stop thinking. That's going to do you a lot more good. So I just turned my mind off and I push through every single time. You're more capable than what you think. You're stronger than you think. You just have to believe in it. If you're going to leave this talk with anything, leave this talk with this. Remember this. I'm going to keep making these videos no matter what happens. Like I said, you guys keep me accountable. I keep you guys accountable. I'm on this journey of self-improvement. I'm doing this for myself. I want to be better, and I'm doing this for you guys too. So if you don't see me post for a couple days on Instagram, you know what's going on. And I'll be back. See you guys on the next one.